I thought it was an explosion, and then my mama told me to get down.
Right now on GMSA at 9, New Orleans area combing through debris after deadly tornadoes land across Louisiana.
Plus, tributes are pouring in honoring the life of dancer and TV personality Stephen Boss. What police are saying about his shocking death coming up in your morning headlines.
And Congress one step closer to banning TikTok for security reasons. We'll look at why and what states are doing about it.
And let's look out there with live cam. It's still chilly. We're at 43 degrees, but the sun's out.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning.
That poor little girl.
I know.
Wow, had to live through a tornado?
It's pretty scary. We'll get to that in just a minute, but weather here colder than we were getting used to.
It was like walked out and like, whoa, I'm awake now. As soon as you walk out the front door, it's like,
yeah,
wow.
in the 30s when you stepped out, I'm sure. Yeah.
It was a crank up the heater kind of morning,
yes.
I'd say. Yeah, so some places did fall down to freezing, guys. And by the way, we're going to talk about those tornadoes too coming up in just a bit. A lot to get to when it comes to the weather forecast as we're getting a little bit closer to Christmas. I first want to take a look at those spots that did get down to freezing this morning. Not at the airport, 36 degrees. Most of San Antonio was above freezing, but as you get up into the northern part of the city in northern Bexar County, there were some places that briefly touched freezing this morning for a couple of hours. Camp Bullis down to 29, Government Canyon 30, 27 up there at Highway 46 and 281. Guadalupe State Natural Area, 28 degrees there. Kerrville down to 28. So, yes, there were some freezing numbers out there. Not a hard freeze, but a freeze nonetheless. Even Selma down to 32 this morning. The forecast calls for a rapid warm-up. We'll see a sunny sky, 65 by 2 o'clock, 67 by 4 p.m. Light south-southwesterly winds. Beautiful day today. Everything starts to change a little bit, though, as we get into the weekend. We start to add in some very small rain chances late Friday night, early Saturday, and then again as we get into Monday of next week. So there's some opportunity for rain, nothing heavy, but it also keeps temperatures down. And then we're looking down the line at some much colder air as we head towards Christmas. More on that in just a few minutes, but let's get over to Stephen now and check in on the roadways. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Justin. Well, things are quiet on the traffic front, so that's some good news here, but let's get a quick peek around town and see what you can expect if maybe you're at home and have to head out the door in the next few minutes. 410 at Perrin Beidel, not a lot going on out there, but maybe pack those sunglasses. Right now, 410 at Marbach, traffic's moving just fine, and as we get one other look here at 281 at San Pedro, just make sure you watch out for that curve there. But traffic otherwise has quieted down. We had about an hour worth of trouble out there on the roadways, including along I-35 near Division Avenue right here in those northbound lanes where we did have a pretty serious crash involving a pedestrian. We're going to have more on that story a little bit later on, but thankfully looks like things have cleared out, and just some of the slowdowns that we see right now seem to be due to some construction or just some little bit lingering traffic that's still out there. So just watch out. But as always, there's plenty of road work to take place right now in and around the Alamo City. So grab those phones and scan that QR code that's now on your screen. That will take you to our KSAT traffic page, and it has a full list of all the current closures and anything else that you need to know before you get out on the roadways. David, Steph.
Thank you, Stephen.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
Severe weather is striking large parts of the country right now. The death toll across Louisiana is at 3 after tornadoes swept through that state. And the New Orleans area last night, the damage is described as catastrophic. At least 42 tornadoes have been reported across 4 states since Tuesday.
The family of Aletha Strand, a North Texas girl reportedly killed by a contracted delivery driver, is suing him, his employer, and FedEx. Strand's mother says tenor Lynn Horner dropped off her daughter's Christmas present before killing her. Police say Horner led them to the girl's body and confessed to kidnapping and strangling her after accidentally hitting her with his delivery truck. Jail records show Horner is still behind bars on a $1.5 million bond.
The shocking death of a charismatic dancer and TV personality is raising awareness of suicide prevention. DJ Stephen Boss, known as Twitch, rose to fame on So You Think You Can Dance, then became a fixture on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Police say the 40-year-old took his own life in a Los Angeles hotel room early Tuesday. The tributes are now pouring in from celebrities and even former First Lady Michelle Obama. Anyone struggling with thoughts of suicide, they are urged to text or call the crisis line at 988.
On Capitol Hill, the U.S. House has passed a bill to avoid a government shutdown by the end of the week. The bill now goes to the Senate for approval before President Biden can sign it. Funding currently set to expire Monday at midnight. This measure would extend that for another week until Friday, December 23rd. That gives Congress time to finalize a full-year government funding deal.
The Federal Reserve is raising interest rates for the 7th final time this year. The Fed's key interest rate is now at its highest level in 15 years. This means the cost of borrowing money will get even more expensive. But if you have money to save, you will earn more interest on it. As rates increase, many economists say they fear a recession is unavoidable.
The Senate passed a bill last night to ban TikTok from U.S. government devices. While the popular video app has more than 1 billion users worldwide, there's fears the Chinese government could misuse customers' data. Since the Trump administration threatened to ban the app in 2020, a number of states have cracked down on its use.
An Army nurse practitioner in Texas is suing the Department of Veterans Affairs over its decision to offer abortions locally. Stephanie Carter, an Army veteran in Temple, filed a lawsuit in federal court in Waco saying the policy violates her religious beliefs. While Texas has a very restrictive law, the VA still provides services in the state. The lawsuit only targets the facility in Temple, not nationwide.
A new study says more than 55% of drivers involved in serious or deadly road accidents tested positive for drugs or alcohol. The Highway Traffic Safety Administration says some drivers involved in serious accidents tested positive for 2 or more drugs in their system. About 11% tested positive for stimulants like meth or cocaine, 9% for opioids. CDC data shows 29 people die in crashes involving alcohol every day.
While some may use a sleigh to travel during the holidays, drivers are getting the gift of lower gas prices despite crowds at airports and traffic on the roadways. The global price of oil causing a steady fall in prices. But to get the most mileage out of that tank of gas, AAA is recommending having your car serviced before your trip. And that's today's 9 at 9. So this morning, Google has revealed its top trending searches for 2022.
So earlier this week, we covered the most searched headlines, movies, people, TV shows.
Today, we are looking at the top searched things near me. You know, when you put in near me into Google?
Yeah, like store to buy gas near me.
Apparently, that
prices.
was number 1.
Look at that. And didn't gas prices drop again? And
yes.
I think I heard this morning that Texas has the lowest average gas price in the nation.
Yeah, it's time to fill up. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
I got it for less than $2.40 the other day.
Yeah, it's a good time to fill up right now.
So everybody's all year long was looking for gas prices. Mm-hmm. Want those cheap gas prices near me.
I could see this number 2, especially earlier in the year.
Yeah, like in January through probably
of 2022.
June or July.
Yeah, the at-home COVID test. I'm sure that was pretty popular.
And then, of course, voting. Everybody wanted to know early voting. Mm-hmm. So those two things kind of went together probably. But everybody with the midterm elections back on November 8th, everybody wanted to know where they could go vote, who they were voting for. And hopefully the trend was you got on the KSAT website and looked at your ballot to get an idea of who you were going to vote for. And
voting near me, and then KSAT pops up.
Because we had all that for you on our website, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Man, it was a big year for COVID searches.
Here's a space between the PCR test and the at-home test.
And then look at the COVID boosters up here.
Where to get their COVID booster. Hey, this one's interesting.
The Easter egg hunt? Well, I didn't even know what they were talking about.
Like in general, like an Easter egg hunt happening near me, you know.
So wasn't one in your own backyard? You were looking for one like at a park or something?
Community ones, like, activities for kids. I mean, maybe not necessarily on Easter Day, but
an Easter egg hunt near me.
But that's interesting that it's trending.
Stuck in all this other stuff.
And where to vote.
Where to vote. Yeah, I don't know why that was not over there. It's kind of weird.
This is a weird one
not
today.
Over there? If you're going to vote, you're going to early vote, then you got to find out where to vote.
Yeah, maybe these people just found out about it. It's like, you know what? I don't want to vote after all, so they didn't look up where to vote.
And then concerts. Now this is always one because you always want to know concerts near me. Well, AT&T Center.
Yeah. Well, we got.
What concerts did we have here this year? You remember?
The big one in the Alamo Dome was Bad Bunny. That was huge because it was at the Alamo Dome.
Right.
Elton John was huge too.
Johnson was
that
there.
was the same weekend as the Muertos Fest, and wow, downtown was just popping that weekend.
That was what? So else was going on that weekend too.
Yes, it was Muertos Fest, Elton John, and there was some, like, I think there was like a wine festival
Yeah,
or
some
something
kind of
like
festival
that.
or something.
And then there was something also happening at the Henry B. Convention Center, some gathering.
that's right.
I forgot what it was.
So the concerts, those were all at the Alamo Dome.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, here's so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top 10
COVID-related,
searches for the year has something to do with COVID.
Yeah, interesting.
Because here's where probably people want to know where they can get an N95 mask. Mm-hmm. So there you go. There's
Interesting.
Your, there's
For
your
near
trending
me.
near me.
For near me.
So it wasn't like where do I find the best place to go enjoy my summer vacation? It was
Summer vacation near me.
I need an N95 mask.
Yeah.
To me, that's an interesting top 10.
It's very
near me,
interesting,
isn't it?
especially the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
kinda.
okay, sure. Maybe that's the thing now.
Didn't know people were that interested in hunting Easter eggs, but okay.
No.
There you go. It's 9:09 and 40. What is that? I can't see it from there.
46. I'm a little
46
closer.
degrees.
46 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9. After a devastating series of tornadoes across the New Orleans area, parts of the East Coast are bracing for an ice storm. What you need to know just ahead.
And welcome back. This morning, severe weather impacting large parts of the country right now. The death toll rising after tornadoes swept across Louisiana, especially in the New Orleans area yesterday.
And this morning, parts of the mid-Atlantic from Virginia to Pennsylvania are bracing for an ice storm. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood with the latest.
This morning, the damage is described as catastrophic in areas around New Orleans after suspected tornadoes slammed southeast Louisiana.
Tornado is still there.
The mayor of Gretna says up to 5,000 buildings are likely damaged in her town.
Glass breaking. It sounded like my roof was coming off.
Amanda Dufresne and her 2 kids tried to take shelter in the bathroom as a tornado tore apart their home in Jefferson Parish.
I didn't even get to the bathroom yet. I just grabbed the kids, just put them on the ground and got on top of them.
You covered your kids with your body?
I covered my kids with my body and just prayed that it wouldn't even pick me up or them.
At least 4 people were hospitalized when a tornado moved into New Orleans.
New Orleans now under a tornado warning. The rotation about 5 miles that way, just over the Mississippi. But with all this rain, we won't see it coming, and it's heading right for downtown.
Authorities say 1 person was killed in St. Charles Parish, raising the storm death toll in Louisiana to 3.
It's just going to be hard to accept, like, that this is happening a week before Christmas.
At least 42 tornadoes have been reported across 4 states since Tuesday. 1,000 miles north, the same weather system fueling blizzard conditions in the plains and upper Midwest. And this morning, parts of Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania are bracing for a dangerous ice storm. Cities along the I-95 corridor face a wintry mix before heavy snow moves into the interior northeast.
That's a prime example of it's a rainstorm right now, but we are looking at it to making sure it's a rainstorm. If that does change, if that track moves, we'll be ready.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Let's look out there with live cam. It's a nice 46 degrees. We started in 30s this morning.
Absolutely beautiful right here in South Texas. This is why we live here.
Yep, this time of year.
I don't know. It was a little cold this morning.
Oh,
In the morning, but aren't we
No,
expecting
very nice.
60s
Yeah,
later?
it'll be very nice.
it was
this
like in the
afternoon.
30s.
Yeah, it was a little chilly.
That's not cold.
Well, I forgot to turn on the heater last night, but I remembered.
So your poor family's like freezing.
I know.
Dad, where's the blanket?
Like, Dad, what do you do for a living again?
Well, I turned it on this morning when I woke up. So we're good.
Okay, you're
Wow.
I was chilly, guys.
Dad.
To start.
Daughters are freezing.
Oh, it was cold.
Did you at least give them a coat to wear to school today?
Yes, of course.
Of
All right, way to
course,
go.
of course.
Good job, Dad.
All right, let's talk about the tornado reports yesterday. There were a lot of them across the southeast. You just saw that story there from ABC. The number is about 27 reports. As of right now, these are preliminary, but that's what we think across parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. Unfortunately, there were 3 fatalities in Louisiana and some injuries around New Orleans and a fatality there Severe weather is possible again today across parts of Florida. So the severe weather just hasn't stopped. It's been really a 3-day event now. And as we look at the severe threat today, that includes Orlando down towards the Tampa area, and that's where they could get some stronger storms. Already tornado watch boxes in effect there. Of course, we're in the wake of all this with beautiful weather. So we just talked about 47 degrees at the airport. Dew point is at 32 and calm winds. And it's one of those days where we're going to see a big swing in temperatures. We start off at 36, but end up at 67 this afternoon for a 31-degree temperature swing. That's what dry air does for you. And around the area, we should see 66 in Bandera, 66 in Uvalde, 66 in Gonzales, 67 for a high in New Braunfels today. Everyone will enjoy this great sunny weather, but how long will it last? Of course, that's the big question. We are going to start to see clouds shifting back in tomorrow. This is the big storm system that's created the severe weather. You see the tornado watch box down there around Orlando, and then ice and snow now developing for the Northeast. That likely causes travel delays. You know, it's kind of a chain reaction with the airports, right? You get some delays up around New York, and it affects the whole country. So heads up there. Still some heavy snow around Minneapolis and International Falls. And now I want to take you all the way to Russia, Siberia. Why are we talking about Siberia? Well, look at the number, -49 in Yakutsk. I think I'm saying that's correctly. There is an area of really, really cold air here. Starts to shift a little bit. We start to see everything kind of moving around up here. And it's not terribly cold in Alaska yet or in Canada, but it will be. And then eventually, some of that cold air spills down into the United States. Just how cold will it get here? A little too early to say, but I think we're going to get a frontal boundary. We'll get some much colder air as we head into Christmas. You look at Christmas climatology here, our average high is 63, our average low is 41. The coldest we've ever been is 11 back in 1983. Will it get that cold once some of this air moves in? No, I don't think so, but it is going to be quite cold, and it's something that we're going to watch in the coming days. Looks like it would be maybe around the 22nd, 23rd that we may start to get some of the colder air spilling into the country. So we'll keep you posted there. Meantime, our forecast in the short term, we're going to get some cloud cover coming in tomorrow. This is noontime tomorrow. So clouds return and really stick with us through the rest of Friday. There is a small chance for a sprinkle or two as we get into Friday afternoon, maybe Saturday morning, although this model isn't showing just a whole lot. I think 10 to 20% chance of rain's about it. Then Saturday afternoon, we may briefly get some clearing. That will offer some chilly temperatures heading into Sunday morning. But as we get into Sunday afternoon, clouds return, and then we're dealing with more rain chances as we get into Monday. In fact, a pretty decent shot at some showers, 40% during the day on Monday. So that will help us a little bit with our drought situation that we've got going on, but not a lot. 60 tomorrow, then a frontal boundary comes through, that small chance for shower. 50 on Saturday, that's it. 52 Sunday, mostly cloudy. Then a 40% chance of rain. Monday, 55. We moderate back to 58 Tuesday, 60 on Wednesday as winter officially begins. But just beyond that, Thursday, Friday, that's when we'll start to look for perhaps some much colder air and our first freeze of the season, guys, and we'll keep you posted as we get a little closer.
That's interesting, getting closer to Christmas.
Yep.
All right, we'll watch out for it.
Check your thermostat when you get home today.
Will do. Will do.
These poor girls. Probably laid in bed freezing to death. Dad, where's the blanket? 9:19.
They were fine.
They were fine.
They're fine, yes.
They probably enjoyed it. It's nice and cool.
Yes, I'm bundled up, I'm sure. Coming up next, San Antonio is home to new, exciting, and successful businesses, and now an entrepreneur is working to guide local startups that we have an inside look at what's being done. That's still ahead.
San Antonio, home to new, exciting, and successful businesses. Geekdom, a collaborative space filled with resources and opportunities to help those businesses grow and thrive.
And now they have an in-house entrepreneur who sold his business to 7-Eleven and is now working to guide local startups.
Max Massey gives us an inside look at the new position and the future of San Antonio startups.
So at Allosense, we make sensors, connected sensors. What you're looking at is a custom board that we created here at Geekdom.
Meet Roman Sandoval, CEO and founder of Allosense.
We design and manufacture advanced sensors and measurement solutions for electric vehicle manufacturing and for defense operations.
Roman is one of the 800 members of Geekdom. Now, he's excited to learn from the new entrepreneur in residence, Ben Jones. Now, Ben Jones is a former CEO and the founder of Skipkart.
So most people think of, when they think of delivery, they think of marketplace, right? DoorDash, Uber, Grubhub, where we were a differentiator.
Ben and Skipkart were on the top of the game, ahead of the game, and ahead of the food delivery trend.
We were acquired in 2000 and end of 2021 by 7-Eleven, which is a major convenience store, and I've recently exited the company. How's it going?
So now Ben works to help other local entrepreneurs help them navigate this complex business world.
I went through the journey from start to finish, from idea to exit. So I've kind of got a broad view of how to look at that roadmap, right? And so helping those founders through each part of that journey.
And here in the Houston Street Corridor, it really is so exciting. You have Geekdom, so many startups, so much invigoration. You have the new Frost Tower, and then below it, you have Legacy Park. And we're not just building metaphorically, we're building literally.
When you look at the outside, looking into San Antonio, it is a destination, it is a place you go see the beautiful river walk in Alamo. But what is it downtown that brings young entrepreneurs and people that want to come work for companies? And that's a community.
As for Roman and Allosense, he is thriving here at Geekdom. He's optimistic for the future of his company, optimistic for the local startup community, and optimistic for the city of San Antonio.
So there's certainly a lot of opportunities for companies like ours, startups, to engage with Fortune 100 companies that are building here in Texas.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
One of the reasons San Antonio is growing so fast.
We have a lot here.
Yeah. 925, 48 degrees.
And coming up at 9:30, State Senator Roland Gutierrez will testify on Capitol Hill today, along with family members of Uvalde victims, what they're hoping to accomplish coming up.
And we are tracking new details of an early morning crash that ended up turning deadly. We'll have that plus a live look at the road conditions. That's coming up in the next half hour of GMSA.
And as we head to break, a quick check of the roads with TransGuide. It's nice and sunny out there, looking at Highway 281 at Hildebrand. No problems on our screen. We'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back. It's 9:29, and we are tracking new details on a deadly crash from earlier this morning.
And San Antonio police say a woman was hit and killed by a pickup truck following a vehicle crash on the city's south side. It happened just after 5 a.m. near I-35 and Division Avenue. Police say an 18-wheeler and a car involved in a first crash near the northbound I-35 exit ramp at Division Avenue. And as the drivers were getting out to exchange information, a pickup truck came along and hit the driver of the car. Emergency crews pronounced her dead at the scene.
Police say that the pickup driver was found not to be intoxicated and simply did not see the woman. The name and age of the person killed has not been released.
Outside with traffic cam, let's checking on it right now. Wow. If you don't have your sunglasses, you need to grab those things before you get in your car because it is bright. Not a cloud in the sky. Sun is shining, so that means there's shadows. And if you're going sunrise in the east, so if you're going east, sun could be right in your eyes.
Yeah, be prepared. And, you can still pack a jacket now. It's 48 degrees out there. Still nice and cool.
Yes, no clouds, but are there clouds of cedar?
Oh, no. I see that behind
that
you.
Yeah.
That looks terrible.
Yesterday was bad. A lot of people were feeling pretty miserable thanks to the cedar. We were hoping it would go down a little bit today. It did go down some. That's not enough. 2,340. Molds are in the high category, 1,100. So it is still a double whammy here in the pollen count. I'm feeling it. I'm sure a lot of other people are too. We'll get through it together, but hopefully it goes down a little bit more tomorrow. Outside, again, right now, blue skies. We're sitting at 47 at the airport. Dew point is at 32, so the air is extremely dry. We've got calm winds, and we'll see a rapid warm up today. In fact, by noontime, we'll be close to 60. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. 67 degrees, the forecast high. Southwesterly winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then clear tonight. Not as cold, though. Tomorrow morning will not be as cold, and then we'll start to see some clouds, some small rain chances Saturday, some rain chances coming up on Monday. Will that help with our drought situation? The latest drought monitor is in, and we continue to be one of the hardest hit places in Texas. We'll show it to you here in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Looking ahead, State Senator Roland Gutierrez and the sister of a Uvalde student killed on May 24th will speak during a congressional hearing on gun violence this morning on Capitol Hill. The hearing is being held for survivors, victims' families, and lawmakers to advocate for tougher gun laws. The witness list includes Faith Mata, the sister of 10-year-old Tess Mata, Dr. Roy Guerrero, who was Uvalde's only pediatrician at the time of the shooting. They will also speak.
And we are learning more about two people who are arrested here in San Antonio in connection with a child sex abuse case. Now, these are the mug shots, 39-year-old Christopher Tomley and his wife, 32-year-old Ashley Tomley. They were arrested yesterday and face charges including continuous sexual abuse of a child and child endangerment. We read the arrest report overnight, and the details were just too graphic to let you know what those details are. Sheriff Javier Salazar said the couple abused a female relative for years. The victim now in custody of Child Protective Services.
A 12-year-old boy is in surgery after police say his 13-year-old sister stabbed him at a home on Woodlake Parkway. Now, officers tell us that the siblings got into an argument just before 8 last night. That's when police say the sister attacked her brother with at least 2 kitchen knives. Now, because the 13-year-old suspect is a juvenile, we were told she was not questioned at the scene. She'll be taken to the Juvenile Detention Center. Sorry? I'm sorry. What?
Looking ahead, next Tuesday will mark 1 year since the disappearance of Lena Keel.
Sorry, the 3-year-old was last seen at her apartment complex on Fredericksburg and Blue Mill Road. So leaders with the Islam Center were at one point offering $250,000 reward for the information. Parents who live in the complex say they're still fearful and overprotective of their children. Now, others worry that Lena's case has been put on the back burner.
What about the little girl from our neighborhood? She was right here at the playground next door to my apartment. You never found her, but you keep finding all these other kids. Something don't seem right.
So police and the FBI continue to actively work on this case. Call the Missing Persons Unit if you have any information. And going on to your consumer headlines, travel demand is so strong that Delta Airlines is raising its profit outlook for the fourth quarter. It's driven by expectations that Americans will keep traveling. Experts expect that adjusting earnings to nearly double next year compared to this year. Meanwhile, shoppers looking for bargains are now seeing more store brands in supermarkets. The Wall Street Journal says sales of private label products have surged in recent months as shoppers wrestle with inflation that is still running at more than 7%.
Take a look at sports. The Spurs tried for their 4th win in a row last night. And St. Anthony alum Charles Bassey getting to start against the Portland Trail Blazers for the first time in his NBA career with the Spurs. Bassey making a contribution early, nice assist to a cutting Trey Jones for the layup and early lead. It's Jones' time with the dish to Gadabates Diop in the lane. He goes up for the bucket. Spurs up by 1, but the Blazers finish the quarter on a 12-4 run. They lead at the half. The Blazers got the lead up to 19 early in the third, but here come the Spurs. Keldon Johnson is going to hit a corner 3. There's Keldon. There's the corner. There's the 3. Then Devin Vassell. And a foul. 4-point play. Blazers lead down to 7. Then it's Doug McDermott for the 3 from the near sideline. And it's good, and it's a 4-point game. Bassett to Keldon for the reverse layup. Keldon led the Spurs with 25. But then in the end, the Blazers pulled away. Damian Lillard hit 7 of 14 threes. He had 37. Blazers stopped the Spurs win streak at 3, 128 to 112 is the final.
It's more so our effort, our communication, and just flat out grunt, as Pop says, just we can control those things. We can't control the ball going in every time. So if we can just continue to focus on those things, we're going to get off to better starts.
All right, and it's off to Mexico City, Miami, Saturday, 4 o'clock. We'll have some highlights for you coming up Saturday night on The Night Beat.
Hopefully this is going to be a better day for us and we're going to have a championship coming back.
They're all fired up in Poth. Big send-off yesterday for the Pirates, who are playing in the state high school football championship game for the first time since 1968. cheered on as they left town, headed for Jerry World in Arlington. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff today against Gunter to decide the Class 3A Division II state title. Even found that man right there who was actually on the state finals team 55 years ago.
Go and do your best is all I can explain. Do your best, play your best. Just got to do a better job against them. That's all I can ask, and hopefully y'all can do good.
Yeah, you know, that town's all behind him. How about that? Played on that championship team 68.
Yeah, Lawrence Jansky. That's awesome to hear him speak about it, and hope they take his advice.
Little inspiration for the young men as they head off to Arlington.
Yes, definitely. Good luck, guys.
So we'll have highlights and the score and all that kind of stuff for you on KSAT 12 News at 5. Hopefully, by 5 o'clock, it may be over.
Yes.
They'll be playing, but then we'll have the
definitely an
results for you
update by then. Yeah. Good luck, guys.
Sure. So good luck. 9:37, 48 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and up next, mental health is becoming a huge part of high school success. How a high school in Ohio is letting students blow off some steam by boxing against themselves.
This morning, mental health is becoming more and more important to the success of high school students nationwide.
As schools continue to battle growing mental health needs, studies show physical activities like boxing can reduce stress and improve mood, self-esteem, and quality of life by 94%.
So a school in Canton, Ohio is letting students step in a ring for a one-of-a-kind boxing match against themselves.
1, 2, 3. Each punch thrown by Canton South High School students.
It's been a rough year.
Packs more than what meets the eye.
Coming out of COVID, our students were struggling.
I would say mean things to someone, and I wouldn't mean to. It just kind of happened. I cried a lot, especially to Miller.
But in the punching room, there's relief.
You go in there with a lot of things on your mind, you come out with a clear mind. Like, you're just ready to go on to the next class, do whatever comes on with the day.
Here, students are encouraged to take 10. The idea brought to life with help from a grant by biomedical science teacher Nancy Q. Miller, who says students expected to learn in crisis is unfair, unrealistic, and damaging.
We need to step back and look at these are children, young adults who have been through a lot, dealing with adults who have been through a lot.
While witnessing doctors use therapeutic boxing on those like her sister who has Parkinson's disease, Miller figured it could also help her students struggling to express emotions, those who are coping or just need a mental reset.
When you are active, that you produce good hormones in your brain, and it helps regulate the big feels, whatever's going on, stress, anger, frustration.
Every visit to the punching room is documented for evaluation and attendance purposes. So students come in, they scan this QR code, and they're asked to complete a 20-question survey. They're asked things like, are you happy, sad, peaceful, anxious? When they come out of that room, they have to complete the same survey again. Seeing the change in how people went in and then came out, it was awesome. Being able to get my own personal time with it and be able to take my anger out in a way that's not bad, it was nice.
Though it's not for everyone. Every punch, every second is helping these kids knock out the heavy weight of each day.
So as you know, this may not work for everyone. The punching room is not for everyone, so a therapy dog will soon be offered at that school and available for students.
I'm going with the punching bag.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to get rid of some frustration. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's
test
different.
yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Steph here just goes for 15-mile runs.
That's helpful too.
Actually, that's a pretty good thing. Put your headphones in, or just listen to the sounds of nature.
Yes, and just forget about everything else.
Don't worry about anybody or anything.
It's true.
Except for
Weather,
traffic.
Nothing.
Except for traffic.
Especially this time of year, it's a great time of year, but it can also be stressful. So don't forget to take some time for yourself. One thing we've been watching, guys, is the lack of rainfall around here. The drought has been a bad thing. And we end the year with this being one of the big stories for 2022 was the lack of rainfall. But one thing I'll show you here on the map. We are exceptional in so many ways. We have been one of the hardest hit places in Texas, if not the hardest hit. I mean, you look across the state, yes, there is some drought, but nothing like we've seen here. And as we zoom in, it really has been Kendall County, Comal County, Blanco County, and then down into parts of Bexar County where we have been hit so very hard by that lack of rainfall. It seems like everything is just kind of moved around us, right? It's just luck. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes it plays out that way. Hopefully next year's a little better, but that's the drought monitor as of today. Medina Lake still in bad shape. 6.5% full. It's down 79 feet, down 33 from a year ago. Outside right now, we've got blue skies and temperatures warming up pretty quickly. I think by next hour, you'll see these numbers jump into the 50s and then eventually 60s this afternoon. Calm winds, low dew points. In the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 55 degrees at 11 o'clock, 59 noontime, and then 67 later today. Sunny skies, southwesterly winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's not windy like yesterday. This is a pretty ideal day for mid-December. And then we get into the 50s tonight, eventually down into the 40s and 30s. Here's a look at the temperatures by tomorrow morning. We think 43 here in San Antonio, 36 Bernie, 34 Kerrville, so not as cold as this morning. A few places in the whole country could get down to freezing, but I think most of us stay above that mark, if not well above, with 40s here around Bexar County. As we look at the big picture here, snow still falling. Minneapolis, Omaha, International Falls, it's kind of a corridor with some pretty heavy snow there. And then you've got rain stretching from Florida all the way up into the northeast. Down in Florida, there are tornado watch boxes in place. We mentioned earlier that there likely will be some more severe weather today. This is the third day in a row, and it will be in Florida today where they'll be under the gun with those heavy storms. Then you've got these issues up here across the northeast with heavy snow now falling across parts of Pennsylvania and into New York. And some of this is ice too, so this will cause some travel headaches, no doubt. Let's look at the airport delays, and the only one I'm seeing right now is down in Orlando, and not a surprise with thunderstorms moving through at this hour. But I would guess that up across the northeast, you're going to start to look at some delays coming up here over the next 24 hours or so. Forecast for us. Let's fast forward to Friday, noontime. Clouds are filling back in. So by tomorrow, we're back into the cloud cover. We lose these blue skies. And there could be even a few sprinkles tomorrow afternoon, maybe a very light shower as we get into Friday evening and Friday night and early Saturday. Not much, though. It's not going to amount to much. And then by Saturday afternoon, we could briefly see some clearing. Certainly in the hill country, I think the sun pops out Saturday afternoon. But even here in San Antonio, possibility. It doesn't last very long, though, because clouds build right back in on Sunday. And Sunday is going to be a fairly cloudy day. That sets us up for Monday, which is going to be somewhat wet. We have a 40% chance of rain in the forecast during the day on Monday. That keeps temperatures pretty cool, too. So it's going to be sort of a cool stretch going forward. As we look at the extended forecasts, a lot of 50s next few days. It cools down to 50 on Saturday behind a frontal boundary and with the added clouds. 52 Sunday, 55 Monday, 40% chance of rain. And we get mostly cloudy skies as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday's winter officially begins. Now, beyond Wednesday, that's been the big question, right? What happens as we get closer to Christmas? We've been talking a lot about the cold air. Still looks like that is very much a possibility. It gets much colder. We could see our first freeze just before Christmas here in San Antonio. And it's not going to be just a huge blast of cold air. But it is something we just need to be aware of. It's not February 2021. Okay, let me just quell everybody's fears in that sense. And it doesn't look like at this point we're going to have any precipitation either. It's just going to be cold.
Okay. Well, winter officially begins Wednesday. We can handle that then.
Yes. Have we passed our first freeze date? Earliest freeze date?
Oh yeah. We're past our average first freeze, so we're due. It's about that time.
Hey. It's Christmas. Might as well feel like Christmas.
True.
It's true.
Yeah.
For some of us, we'll enjoy it. Others.
What is that about?
We know you don't like the cold.
The cold. Okay.
That's
for
okay.
Christmas, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Me too.
Turn the heater on the Christmas Eve so your daughters can get up and enjoy Christmas morning in the warmth of the home.
Will do.
Yeah.
Will do.
He will remember.
Dad, why are we in an igloo? 9:49. And it's 50 degrees. You may remember some city council members recently made the push to ban those horse-drawn carriages you see downtown. So what does San Antonio think about the proposal? We'll show you what one of our polls found coming up. 13 years have passed since James Cameron first took movie audiences to the world of Avatar.
And now a new generation of filmmaking and performers are taking us back to Pandora and its sequel. Rick Damagella reports.
Making the sequel to James Cameron's Avatar started where most films do.
It all starts with the script that Jim wrote with universal themes. Family is at the center of our story. But what Jim does is he takes these universal themes and sets them against extraordinary backdrops. The oceans of Pandora, there's nothing more extraordinary than that.
Bringing the world of Avatar: The Way of Water to life evolved from the original film.
We couldn't just come out with the same tech. We couldn't come out with the same performance or characters. So this one, we really had to push the boundaries of what we felt we could even do.
The way of water connects all things.
We started over. We wiped out everything we did on the first film. We said everything's going to be done different. Everything's going to be done in a more physically correct way. We wanted the water to be correct. We wanted the performances to be so much more than they were.
Those performances include a new generation of actors.
After seeing the movie especially, because I didn't get the chance, I was so young when it came out that I didn't see it in theaters, but now seeing Avatar: The Way of Water in theaters, I'm realizing, wow, what a world builder. No one has built a world the way Jim has built Pandora.
I see.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
And elsewhere in Hollywood, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle appear to be a hit on Netflix. The docuseries Harry and Meghan garnered more than 81 million hours watched in its first week. And now the final 3 episodes are out today. Netflix says it is the most watched documentary debut in the company's history. The series is in the top 10 TV list in 85 countries and ranked in the #1 spot in the UK. The final 3 episodes focusing on the couple's decision to leave the royal family.
All right, 50s right now. We'll be up in the 60s this afternoon, a little cooler tomorrow. More clouds, and certainly more clouds this weekend with some small chances of rain Saturday. Better opportunity for rain on Monday.
And before we go, we've been talking about it this morning. Trending right now over on KSAT.com, city council members recently brought up the notion of banning those horse-drawn carriages that you've seen downtown. According to one of our recent polls, it turns out most people want them banned as well.
Yeah, this is from our local poll. So poll takers who reside in San Antonio specifically show that about 57% of locals said yes to the ban and 43% said no to the ban. You can weigh in right now on our website at KSAT.com.
So you can still vote?
Yes.
Or yes or no?
Yes, you can.
They've been a part of San Antonio for a long time.
And I think that's why there's a lot of mixed reaction. And it's not, I mean, it's, 50-40. It's just not like 70-30,
Right.
by any means.
Yeah. See how it plays out.
See how the decision comes out. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
And beautiful today, cold tonight, clouds coming tomorrow.
Yep, and we're still waiting on that cold air right before Christmas.
We shall see.
Sounds like a good deal.
Have a beautiful day, guys.